Today in the battle arena, with Spider-Man No Way Home out in theaters now, the new Spider-Man movie's out. Well, let's take a look and see who's the best Spider-Man, see who'd win in a fight. It's Spider-Man versus Spider-Man. So who wins? Let's find out, let's get into it. What's up guys, I'm Daniel, this is DanCo. Thank you so much for watching the channel, it really means a lot. And make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, turn notifications, some more videos like this one every week. Also, go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all that. Link in the description down below, and sign off in the comments for any future videos that you would love to see. Now let's get into the fight. So just fair warning, right out of the gate, I'm going to be spoiling No Way Home. Yeah, I'm going to be spoiling this movie, so just go ahead and get that out of the way. You're definitely going to watch the movie before you watch the video, so go ahead and hit that pause button, drive yourself to the movie theater, sit down, 2.5 hour movie, enjoy it, watch it, then pull this out. You can watch it even during like the credit scenes, in between the post credits. Watch it during the credits. Pull it out then, but movie first, then this video, because I'm spoiling it. Okay, with that out of the way, let's start out. Let's talk about the man of the hour, Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Good old Tommy. And just right out of the gate, I think Spider-Man is really undersold when it comes to strength. I really do, I genuinely do. I'm going to try and solve that, try and fix that, and so here we go. In Civil War, he effortlessly caught Winter Soldier's arm, overpowered him. So clearly, obviously, Pete is stronger than super soldiers. Here he is catching a car, bringing it to a dead stop while it's moving 40 miles per hour, which honestly might be one of the most impressive things he's ever done that you don't hear anybody ever talking about. And then he rocked Giant Man with some good punches. In Homecoming, he's able to break through steel doors. He's able to lift up part of a ceiling when it fell down on him. Which, I mean, besides that, that's just a great motivation scene. I love that scene. I think about that scene when I'm working out. Like, come on, Spider-Man, come on, Spider-Man. When I'm struggling to lift, I don't know, 15 pounds, whatever. He picked up and threw around cars. That's actually just something he's done a ton throughout the movies, even in No Way Home. Then there's the ferry. Spider-Man managed to hold a Staten Island ferry together as it was splitting apart and sinking, even though it was kind of his fault. And those ferries can weigh in the range of 2,000 to 3,000 tons. Now, obviously, Peter was not holding all that weight. That'd be kind of crazy. I'm not sitting here saying that Peter can lift and move thousands of tons. What I am saying, though, is I'll see your trained feet and I'll raise you one ferry. In Infinity War, he's able to stop a blow from Cole Obsidian. He even staggered Thanos with his punches, the big purple alien himself. Then in Endgame, well, he went up against Cole again, pulled him back again, just bullied him all over again. Then finally, even then in Far From Home, he's able to hold up a big old part of a bell tower for like a good solid minute. Now you tell me that Spider-Man isn't strong. Go ahead and try and tell me that. The problem is, the other Spider-Men are strong too. I mean, just for starters, with Andrew, with Andy, well, he's strong enough to catch cars and hold up cars, which, while impressive on its own, isn't anything we haven't seen the other Spider-Men doing. So that's all Andrew can do. Well, then that's just not enough here. I mean, Captain America can catch cars like that. That's not enough to say he's the strongest Spider-Man. And, spoiler, when Andrew showed up in No Way Home, even though he didn't look like substantially weaker than the others, they all kind of appeared to be about equal, he definitely did not do nearly enough to suggest that he is the strongest out of the three. And then there's Tobey. And just like everybody else, well, he's got the proportionate strength of a spider, obviously, and is strong enough to trade blows, overpower dudes like Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, and Venom. Fight against him, beat all of them. And Goblin and Doc Ock were definitely strong enough to give somebody like Tom some real trouble in their fights. He's strong enough to pull down a wall on Gobby, hold up another wall in order to save Mary Jane, and she's just sitting there like the ultimate damsel in distress, not even trying to get up and move out of the way. He's held up a trolley with just one hand, and who can forget Spider-Man stopping the train? Like easily top 10 superhero moments. Up there with the Dark Knight's interrogation scene or the portal scene in Avengers Assemble from Endgame. Or when all the Spider-Men were together in No Way Home. Yeah, it instantly hopped up there in the top 10 for me. Right away. So who's the strongest? Well, that's still really tough to say. Maybe Tom. He's done some super impressive stuff, been up against the biggest and strongest threats here, but also maybe Tobey. Also done some super impressive stuff too. Even overpowered Tom for a second there at the end of the movie. Yeah, I'd probably give it to Tobey. I think overpowering Tom kind of seals the deal. But what about durability? Well, here's the thing. After No Way Home, they've kind of all faced against the same people. They've kind of all taken attacks from the same guys. Both Tom and Tobey have just been all beat up, just been absolutely brutalized by both Green Goblin and Doc Ock. Pretty much everyone took lightning blasts from Electro, punches from Sandman, and while Lizard is definitely the weakest of the group, attacks from Lizard too. They've also had explosions and goblin bombs. Tom and Andrew have both been shot before. They've all survived a lot of the same stuff. So I guess the question is, what separates them? Well, nothing really sets Andrew apart here. Both Tom and Tobey took attacks from Lizard and Electro too. Then they all took attacks from a better, more powerful Green Goblin. So that's nothing for him. For Tobey, it's taking attacks from Venom, who's basically Spider-Man's equal, if not Spider-Man's better, in pretty much every way. And then for Tom, well, it's doing stuff like surviving an airplane crash, getting run over by a train, then taking attacks from Coal Obsidian and Giant Man and Thanos. So I'm not gonna say that Tom is like explicitly tougher, but yeah, it's looking like he's a bit tougher. Speed and agility. Well, before No Way Home, this was always supposed to be Andrew's biggest advantage, just a clear win for Andy. I mean, he's fought against Electro, he's dodged lightning, he's faster than electricity. What more could you want? Problem is, everyone has fought Electro now. Everybody has dodged Electric Blast now. Now, I'm not going to say that Andrew still isn't the fastest one. What he's doing here is insanely impressive, but he doesn't hold the lightning dodging clearly in his corner. In fact, now I'd say it's a toss up between Tom and Andrew, and not because they're lightning dodging, but because they're bullet dodging. Like, this is Tobey dodging bullets. This is Andrew dodging bullets. And here's Tom doing it with his eyes closed. So actually, all this kind of suggests that Tom is the best physically here. Which, I mean, I know, kind of surprising. Tom also has a real nice advantage with his tech. I mean, they even commented on it in the movie. Stark Tech is in a class of its own no matter what universe you're in. And even without the nanotech Iron Spider, well, Tom has way more web shooter combinations, way more everything. But I mean, it's not like the other Spider-Men are going to be stopped with webbing. It's kind of silly to think that that would happen. So who's actually going to win then? Well, right out of the gate, sorry Andrew, but it's not you. He's still the odd man out. Which is funny, because you can argue he's the best Spider-Man in the movie. At least the best actor in the movie. I mean, I don't know why you would go see Spider-Man for just Andrew Garfield, but you can go see Spider-Man for just Andrew Garfield. But yeah, there's a reason why they called him Peter 3. This is between Tom and Tobey. And after watching No Way Home, I would actually give it to Tobey here, mostly just because I think his wisdom and skill and experience are the actual keys here. He's been Spider Man since Tom was in diapers. If they're roughly the same physically, that experience is what's going to do it here. I mean, No Way Home made it very clear Tom is still a kid. Tobey wasn't even like a kid when he was in high school. Now, after Tom's second trilogy, I really don't think he's going to lose this fight. I think he's going to win without a doubt. Because at that point, he'd have both the physicals and the experience. But for now, I'm going to have to give it to Tobey. He wins. But what do y'all think? Which Spider-Man is your favorite? Not who you think wins in a fight, who is your favorite? Sign off down below. Also, what did you think about No Way Home? I'm sure you've seen it, so what do you think? Anyway, sign off down below. Also, be sure the like button, subscribe button notifications from the DanCo army, and I'll see y'all next time.